Opening remarks of the Chairman, Ad hoc Committee on the State of Refineries in the country during the investigative hearing to determine the actual cost of rehabilitating the refineries, held on Thursday, 23rd June 2022 at Conference Room 019, House of Representatives Building, National Assembly Complex, Abuja. So I welcome the management of staff of NNPC, the contractor, and my colleagues. The reason why I skipped the introduction because we've done this introduction severally. So in order to save time so that we can make progress. You are again all welcome to this very important investigative hearing on the state of refineries in the country to determine the actual cost of rehabilitation and what is needed to bring them back to maximum refining capacity. I want to sincerely thank and commend members of this committee for their continued commitment and support to me on this very important national assignment. It is a show of legislative excellence and demonstration of the capacity of this House of Representatives in carrying out its oversight functions and constitutional responsibilities. You may recall that this committee commenced investigative activities in February 2022 after it was properly constituted and mandated by the leadership of the House to determine the actual cost of rehabilitating the nation's refineries. We have so far interfaced with relevant stakeholders and received information, data, and documents from the NNPC, other key government agencies, and contractors on the state of the refineries. The committee has observed and noted a number of infractions in the procurement processes and awards of contracts, justifications for such projects, and the capacity or willingness to implement such projects or not over the years in the period under review. The inability of NNPC to undertake regular turnaround maintenance and rehabilitation of the refineries, despite records showing approvals, contracts, awards for such projects, and funds released have been observed as worrisome to the committee. The current leadership and management of the NNPC must understand and appreciate the fact that this investigation queries the institutionalized responsibility or irresponsibility of the NNPC in the management of nation's national oil resources and assets over a period of 10 years. The reasons so far advanced by NNPC for the non-functioning of the refineries over the years are not satisfactory to this committee. The management of NNPC must therefore take full institutional responsibility and explain to this committee why and how huge resources were committed to projects which NNPC had shown in their submissions were completed and the refineries never worked and were rather totally shut down for the current cycle of contracts for rehabilitation. We have come to a crucial stage of this investigation. Let me use this opportunity to put the NNPC, contractors, and other stakeholders on notice that in the next few weeks, the committee will embark on physical tour of all the projects awarded by NNPC in the last 10 years for the rehabilitation and maintenance of refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna. In the resumed hearing today, we invited the following persons and organizations to appear before the Honorable Committee. 1, the Group Managing Director of NNPC, Acting Accountant General of the Federation, DG Bureau of Public Procurement, Managing Director of Serpent Contracting Nigeria Limited. Finally, the Chief Executive Officer, Tecnimont Nigeria Limited. I wish you very fruitful deliberations as we do our best, even today, to determine the actual cost of rehabilitating the refineries. Thank you and God bless you.
Who you are first. Let us know who you are, your position in the organization.
I'm the Managing Director of Tecnimont Nigeria Limited. As of today, we have the contract that we signed last year on 6th of April with NNPC for the full rehabilitation of the refinery. And as per contract, we start the work and we are on progress with it. The scope is to reinstate the capacity of the refinery at 90%, giving some priority as agreed by the contract for the Area 5, or so-called the old refinery, which has to be ready before, and then continue for the rest of the refinery till the end of the project, which is 44 months. As of today, we are progressing. I think that we have a regular meeting with our client in Port Harcourt. We have from the weekly meeting and the monthly meeting, just to confront the progress that was foreseen in the schedule of the contract and the one that is achieved during the execution. And so far, we are more or less aligned with the schedule that we signed it.
I have just some.
The contract agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
So what we want you to do is, 1, you furnish us with the complete document of the contract agreement. 2, the level of completion as at today. What is the level of completion as at today? Just note them, because my colleague will also level of completion as at today. Then 3.
Then today?
No, just note, right. Then you just capture later.
Okay.
Then the advance payment and collected.
Yes.
And the value you were paid. When. And the APG that you submitted to back the advance payment. You know, if you are given any job like that,
yes,
usually you must have an APG.
Absolutely.
To back that advance payment.
Yes.
Okay. And I think for now, let me just pause.
Did you do any work with any of the refineries or NNPC as a whole?
Yes, we did phase 1 of the project. So we did the integrity check of the refinery.
Okay. Please, can you furnish us with the details? Or do you have an idea how much was that?
How much was the cost of the phase 1?
Yes, the first one.
Yeah, it was 49 million plus VAT. What, maybe $49 million plus VAT.
$49 million plus VAT.
With the VAT is approximately 51, something like that.
Okay.
The phase 1 of the project. Yes.
Okay. Do you have analysis of it? What was it? Can you furnish the committee with the details of that contract as well?
I think that, yes, we have also sent also in the soft copy.
Okay.
And so we deliver it.
Okay, please note, we'll come back to that. You can answer Chairman's question first.
So for the progress, up to now, we are around 26% physical.
Start with the contract agreement.
Yes.
You have a copy of the complete contract agreement.
Yes, because we have one.
So you will liaise with the clerk, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Belizzola, do solemnly declare
and affirm that the information and evidence
declare and affirm that the information and evidence
I shall give to this honorable committee
I shall give to this honorable committee
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay. So let's take it again, please.
Okay. I, Davide Belizzola,
Do solemnly declare and affirm
do solemnly declare and affirm
that the information and evidence I shall give
that the information and evidence I shall give
to this honorable committee
to this honorable committee
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. I will bring a copy for you to sign.
Ceremony. So essentially we have one set. Is this the same set that the client has?
Yeah, continue with
We did.
I say continue.
Yeah, and also that for the progress, the actual work that we actually achieved up to now, physical progress, we are around 25% something is a figure physical progress achieved. And you said what about the advance payment?
No, with physical completion.
Physical completion, yes.
Is that 25?
Yes,
So what
overall.
you're saying is that you've attained, technically you are the second milestone, right?
Yes.
Because if you are 25%
Okay.
progress,
Okay.
it means technically speaking,
Yes.
you are the second milestone.
Yes,
correct?
we are above the second milestone. We are
You are
almost.
above the second
Yes.
milestone.
Yes. Okay.
How much have you been paid to date?
How much have you been paid to date?
In dollar, something as we have 82 million dollar, and something as 49 billion naira. Just to be checked.
No, come again is, you say cumulatively,
Cumulatively,
that is inclusive of advance payment.
inclusive of the advance payment. Yes.
Yeah, that is,
Yes.
said how much?
In dollar, around 282
282.
million
How many milestones is that?
is 2 milestone.
2 milestones.
2 milestone
Plus the advance payment.
plus the advance payment. Yes.
Now, the advance payment and APG.
In the APG, the advance has been paid, and after something was it was 15% of the total amount. If I'm not wrong, I said $136 million.
136.
Yeah, I will confirm if that's 23, almost 24 billion naira.
Okay. Your APG.
Yeah, the APG was submitted before,
Yes.
and
How much is the value of the APG?
yeah, it's the same. It's covering everything in dollar.
How much is the value of the APG?
I don't know by heart. I mean,
This is your job now. You can't tell us that you don't know the value.
no. And I said I don't know exactly because it's been issued by the administration. I can quickly check. I can quickly check and revert to you to give you the exact amount.
No. Then, I don't understand. Sorry, sir, Mr. Chairman. I don't understand what you mean by that. We asked you now, how much have you been paid? You know that.
Yes,
We asked you, how many milestones?
2 milestones.
You know that.
Yes.
Then, why can't you remember the value
Because
of
there is one thing, sir, because the advance payment,
Okay, don't worry. We'll show you that.
Yeah.
You are on oath.
yes, but yes, I said because I said that the
Okay, thank you.
yes. Come on, please.
NNPC,
Okay, you off your mic. Off your mic.
NNPC,
Yes, sir. Chairman, sir.
yes, the value of the APG. How much?
No, sorry, sir, Mr. Chairman. No, before you answer, you will need to.
You're on oath as well.
Okay.
Who is it?
Mustafa Yakubu.
Do solemnly declare and affirm
Do solemnly declare and affirm
that the information and evidence I shall give to this
that
committee
the information and evidence I shall give to this committee
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you. The value of the APG is a 15% advance payment in terms of percentage, and therefore the amount is 194,930,232.56 US dollars, which means 194 million naira $30,000 $232.56 cents.
Okay. The clerk will show you something.
All right, sir.
This place.
Okay, sir.
He want you to read it out.
That's our best, yes? Okay, to hear.
Let him read it too.
Yes. 4.1. Sorry. 4.1.
So this document I have is part of the contract agreement. This is part one between Port Harcourt Refinery Limited and Tecnimont SPA for the engineering, procurement, construction, installation, and commission of works for the rehabilitation of Port Harcourt Refinery. So I'm reading section 4, terms of payment. In making payment due under the contract, the following terms of payment shall apply. 4.1, advance payment. Subsection 4.11, a sum amounting to 15% of the contract price, advance sum shall be paid by the owner to the contractor as advance payment, subject to the provision by the contractor of an advance payment guarantee by an acceptable bank in amount equal to the advance sum. 4.1.1.1. The format of the advance payment guarantee shall be as attached here to as attachment 8.1. Section 4.1.1.2. The advance sum shall be paid by owner within 7 days for the provision by contractor of the advance payment guarantee, or within 30 days from the effective date, whichever is later. Should the owner fail to pay within the specified time or the date under the schedule, attachment 10 will be automatically, without the need of any notice in such respect by contractor and accepted by owner, shifted by the same number of days of delay in payment by the owner in respect of such date. Thank you. So it's the same 50% that I said earlier.
4.1.
Okay, 4.1.2. No, 4.1.2. Exactly, I have to be sure. The advance payment guarantee shall remain effective from the date of issue by the acceptable bank and shall remain valid and enforceable until the advance sum is fully amortized by deducting 15% from all the milestone payment due to the contractor, following the schedule of completed percentages. The value of the advance payment guarantee shall be automatically reduced by the value deducted from any payment. It's okay. Yeah.
Against the 50% equity in the agreement.
It's not for you.
The question is not for you. Respond, please.
And be on record.
It's a document.
No, sir, hold on. This has nothing to do with the refinery. Interesting.
It has nothing to do with it.
This is what? Is the bank? Okay, I'm just.
That's the APG now.
Okay, sorry.
Please, you understand the question very well.
It's okay. This is LPG, right?
I've paid them 15%. You understand? They
Where is
provided-
See,
Where is the percent?
10%. Yes. So NNPC.
Sorry. Excuse me.
Yes.
So,
Just notice me. Tecnimont. Can you off your mic?
okay.
Yes.
So why did you provide 10%?
No. It's two APG, one from one bank, which is the one that has been submitted there. Is missing the one with the Unicredit Bank, because it's been shared by two banks, the risk of the APG.
No. Why?
No.
Where is the second one?
That's his
It's
part.
very simple.
Yes.
Where is the second one? Why is it not indicated here?
Where is the second bank?
Where is it? We know 10% is for one. Wait a minute, NNPC. The question is not for you. It's for him.
Yes.
This matter is very simple.
Yes. Very
You
simple.
provided two, right?
Yes, two.
The 10% is for one bank.
Yes.
So where is the second APG? To protect public funds.
It's with the refinery. It's with the refinery. We deliver.
You're right. The recovery, the amortization is supposed to be 15%
And it's being recovered.
of, but in our records here, it's only 10%, which implies that you provided 10% for your APG.
No.
Wait.
No.
All right, okay, plan.
Show them that. Let them shoot.
What is this? This phase 2? Contract by for page RC to speak to this document.
Yes, Honorable, I didn't understand the question. Please, can you kindly rephrase your question?
Are you just coming in?
No, I've been here, sir.
First, we asked you for the APG.
Yes, sir.
And we asked you what was the value of your APG. You said, when you said 15%, that they actually paid 15%. The second question, the second leg of the question was that, okay, if it is 15% they actually paid. In the contract agreement, they said your recovery, because he claimed that he has is in the third, because he said he has covered 2 milestones, so he's in the 3rd milestone. And we have as evidence that the recovery should be 15% of the value of the APG. But we now noticed in that document that you only recovered 10%. So why?
Well, with all due respect, people, how this thing came up, so I don't have the information to answer why or how it is so, Honorable. Sir.
Where is your finance?
Where is your finance?
They are not here. Excuse me, you see, with due respect, sir, that's what we said before. Probably if you know all this infraction, we'll have brought all the units here. So you only ask us to bring only the technical people. So let me last this. Please give me that part, permission, please. When you show me the advance payment, right? I saw 10%. That was the first one. No, can I please? Please. Okay, thank you. And I mentioned earlier on, NNPC have different units. We're all working together as a team. So the advance payment provided, he just said it now. So the first provided 10%, and the second one 5%. So altogether making 15. So if today you only have a document that is covering the first 10%, the onus is on me to produce the document for the balance of the 5%. And I will not have that in my record. It's only my finance group that will do that. So I promise you to bring the document showing the 5% or of the balance of 50%. Because sometimes, because of the amount, a bank may not want to take all the exposure. Thank you. 15% APG.
Okay.
And I'm happy that the conductor has confirmed that he paid NNPC 15. So
Okay.
the honor is for me to show the second
The oral payment. We are dealing with documents.
No.
Confirming out.
No.
You also use man to say.
It's not about mass, it's because I need to let you know. Because
Okay,
all of
sorry.
Nigerians are looking at us today. Thank you very much.
This is an investigative hearing,
Yeah.
and you're on oath.
Yeah.
So if we need it now, we'll print it out
We'll
here.
print it down now.
Okay.
Here and now.
Bring it out here now. See your system.
Can I
All
ask
right.
to my guys to send it by mail?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll
Mail.
print it out here.
I can go sign?
You can do it there.
Okay, I can do it here?
Yes.
And then they will tell us why it's not reflected in
And the
NNPC.
NNPC records.
And this is the agreement.
For your information,
Okay.
the Parliament has Tecnimont. The
NNPC is hereby directed to provide statements of accounts to show payments to the contractor Tecnimont. 2, Tecnimont is directed to provide invoice and proof of receipt of payments from NNPC.
If it's great for you, I have here Davide Brugini, which was the head of the project, is the vice president of revamping, is the one that carry on the phase 1 of the project. As by the request, we should bring a technical person. No. Is a Tecnimont. I mean, we sign as a Tecnimont. In your letter, you say that I mean, you can bring the technical person to explain the scope of work. So I have here Davide Brugini, so he can tell you in the detail the scope of work that is being carried on in the phase 1 of the project.
we tapping from the oath taken by you.
Yes.
Same company. All
Yes,
right.
yes.
No. Point of order.
Is it individual responsibility?
Honorable Chair,
I, Davide Brogini,
I solemnly declare and affirm
do solemnly declare and affirm
that the information and evidence I shall give to this honorable committee
that the information and evidence I shall give to this honorable committee
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So you sign.
Go on.
Good afternoon. From March to September. Is it better now? Okay. Phase 1 has been carried out from March to September 2019. The scope of work was to check the integrity of the full complex of Port Harcourt refinery. That means the so-called oil refinery, namely the Area 5, and the new refinery that is the rest of the complex. During this phase has been produced more than 70,000 reports that has been totally carried out to our customer. At the end of the work has been produced a technical and economical evaluation of the job to be done to rehabilitate the refinery, reaching the target of 90% raw output.
That's one.
Which
You
one?
are 1.5, area 5 now. That's area 1, right?
No. The integrity was the overall, was covering the overall refinery. The old one and the new one as well.
When was it you started?
And when did you submit
Submit your report.
The report has been submitted beginning of October because the site activity has been completed in 2019. Because the site activity has been I remember the contract awarded was I remember in March 2019. And there's 6 months. 6 months was a 6 months contract. The kickoff meeting has been carried out, if I remember well, the 27th of March 2019. And after 6 months, we had at Port Harcourt the final closure meeting where we present the final report. And a week later or 10 days later has been produced
Which other company did you tender with?
Sorry?
Which was awarded to you or it was a tender? Did you compete with any other company? This is as far as your is concerned.
No. This one has been awarded to us, to Tecnimont, because Tecnimont it was the original builder of the refinery.
Now, when were you paid on this job?
You mean on phase one?
When were you paid?
In phase one, you mean?
Yes, on phase one.
Yes, we had been paid according to the progress along the life of the project
No,
itself.
when were you paid? You said the contract was for 49 million, right?
Yes.
In
Plus
2019,
VAT, plus
right?
VAT.
When were you paid? This phase one. When were you paid?
When or where?
When were you paid?
During the life of the project.
During the life of the contract. So
Yes.
technically, you were paid before the commencement of the rehabilitation.
Because the scope of work was the check.
Yes or no? You were paid, you said during the life of the contract. This contract was supposed to be for 6 months.
Yes.
Right? And it was awarded to you in 2019.
Yes.
Correct? So you were paid, according to you, you are confirming you were paid during the life of the contract. That's why I asked you when. However, they also gave you another contract for the rehabilitation of the refinery.
No, phase two was a public bid, was not in direct negotiation. The phase one has been awarded to Tecnimont because Tecnimont was the original bidder.
No, that's
After that,
yes,
sorry.
Fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
phase
you've
two
accepted.
was, we were competing against other, I remember, 11.
Fine. That was in 2021. That was in 2020. I just wanted to get certain things clear.
Okay.
That was in 2021. The same project, okay, as phase one again.
No, was the same refinery with the different scope of work.
What do you mean by that? Okay,
Means
what is the scope of the first one?
the first one, the scope of work was to check the integrity of the refinery. They were not supposed to carry out any activity except all the tests for measurement of thickness or whatever that has been carried out. That's it.
So you said the first one was about what?
Anyway, Chairman.
Integrity test on a refinery. Can you tell us, please?
Yes. The integrity test.
Tell us the value at which was awarded. Wait. So can you tell us?
Chairman, before you proceed.
I just asked a question.
Okay.
Integrity test was the check with the all state-of-the-art available on the market methodology to understand if the machine, the vessel, or whatever was installed was in a condition to be reutilized or was in a condition that has to be scrapped or rehabilitated.
Value.
The value of the contract,
Virtually, you did not turn a boat. You didn't use a spanner. You didn't use a boat. You did not turn any machine. So at what value was that?
there was 49 million plus VAT. $49 million plus VAT.
Plus VAT.
Dollar.
excuse me.
Chairman. Mr. What's his name? Our technical expert. First of all, I want to tell you, we're not here to witch hunt you. And neither are we here to witch hunt the management of this organization. But you understand our nation, Nigeria, is in a state of collapse right now. And we are trying to do our due diligence to save our nation. You're under oath. I've heard few things where you look like you have contradicted yourself. But I also want to place you under, we owe you that duty of care. We're not here to make you uncomfortable. If you have to relax, you have to drink water, you have a lot of questions to answer here because our nation is dying. So now, the question that you said that he just asked you about this $49 million, you took a contract and there was nothing technically done. It was all services, right? All you did was just integrity test of our infrastructure and then you came up with a report. $49 million. That's what I'm hearing you say. And you also said earlier that there was nothing done technically. So, yeah. So I was a bit confused. How can you conduct integrity test for a refinery and not do anything technical? I'm a bit concerned with that statement. Because you're under oath, that's why I said we owe you that duty of care to give us a bit of a further, clearer explanation. Because you cannot tell us that you conducted a project for $49 million and nothing technical was done. That is my question.
Said I'm sorry because I was wrong. I was not conveying the message properly. Because just to clarify, during phase one, we were opening all the machine, all the compressor of the refinery. We were opening all the column, all the vessel. We entered into all of them. So when I said that we didn't make any repair, but we opened all the item into the refinery. We check more than 60,000 points of thickness of piping, and we produce something in the range of 60 to 70,000 report that we handed over to the refinery to them.
So I want you to please confirm again, when were you paid for this project of 2019? When? Speak to the mic. The phase one, when were you paid?
When we have been paid?
When were you paid?
During the progress of the project according to the project achieved.
So it means that, no, it's okay. It means that that project ended with that phase one, ended when you were paid in 2019.
Yes, we have been paid in...
NNPC. The progress to date, that's the first one. To date, that is including areas 5, 2, and 1. To date is 17.4%. As against what they claimed. If it is 17.4%, it means that you've only recognized milestone 1 and they are in milestone 2. But they claim that they've been paid for milestones 1 and 2. Yes, you want to?
Yes, in addition. Integrity test awarded to the company. In dollars, what is the threshold of approval of NNPC in dollars?
In dollars.
What is the threshold of approval of NNPC in dollars? Can you tell the committee before the chairman's question? Which is very important, please.
Be on record.
Honestly, we have the governance.
You said, listen, Chairman, sir, I just asked you.
What?
My question to them is this. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Yes.
My question to them and colleagues, my question to them is very straightforward. Based on the integrity,
It's $280 million.
20 million.
280.
20.
20.
okay, and this contract was awarded 49. So do you have a FEC approval for this? Or you decided at the level of NNPC?
Mr. Chairman. Madam, you are not to speak when you don't have the floor. And the next madam next to her, you are making a lot of gestures as if we are here on comedy ground. We are not. So please be guided. With all these gestures and all these things, it's not allowed here. Please.
So, thank you, Honorable.
Be on record, please.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that is for the first one.
Be on record, yes.
Yeah, for the first one, right?
Yes, the integrity test. The 49.
$9 million plus VAT
You have FEC approval.
for it.
I think
NNPC, if you are not too sure, be careful.
it's okay. We have
You
the
can check, you can go and check.
No, it's okay. I know, but I have the administrative approval here, so I will check with the FEC approval.
In 2019,
Tecnimont.
no, by NNPC in 2019 to Tecnimont is hereby queried and put on further inquiry. Tecnimont and NNPC to provide proof of payment and receipt of payment.
Carry.
You carried out a comprehensive technical plan survey, same facility.
No, just to be sure that you receive
How?
it.
You will be invited.
This same facility, 2017, survey of the same facility, 2017. How? And you were paid.
You are paid?
And the same thing, you got the same thing in 2019. So how? You see?
Yeah, in the first, that we call it the phase 0 of the project, it was what it was requested was a visual survey of the plant, so was not did not have an implication of opening all the equipment and do all the integrity check, but
How much were you paid?
$1.3 million, some 1.3.
Why did you not mention it when you were,
Excuse me?
when you were responding to the committee's question?
No, I responded that we had. I responded that we had. I responded that we had. No. That was the visual survey plus preparing the proposal for the revamping of the project. And this is what has been delivered to NNPC. NNPC at that time, they were seeking the financing and everything by other stakeholders. So when NNPC presented the project, the other stakeholder, they seek to have the integrity check, and the visual check, they said that it was not enough. So, because without the integrity check that has been carried on, so it's been opening up all the equipment, the compressor, all the other things and everything, checking all the pipe, the residual life, apply the international standard of end of life of the equipment in order to see if they can be reused or not. They said that cannot be satisfied in order to fix the lump sum price. So that's why we move from phase 0 to phase 1.
So you are the same company in 2017?
No. Allora, yeah, but there is one thing to be corrected. At the time they were approved by for original build. Yes, and they say we were approved.
I'm okay with that. We're okay with that.
Okay, thank you.
But you said that we are not in a competition. We were in a competition.
You see, you did say here that you built this refinery. Somebody said that.
Yes,
Your
they
colleague did say that here. And we have a gamut of technical people. No, he said, somebody said so. If I heard him well. No, he said it, except he needs to correct himself. I do not know. I do not know, but just listen to me so that you can get my point. He could have made a slip, but that's what he said. I listened to him.
Maybe we will confirm from NNPC.
No, it's the NNPC's duty to say what is the correct thing, but he said that right here in this room. Yeah, so he said that here, so maybe it was a slip, I don't know.
No, but
And I'm coming to something, sir.
we will now confirm from NNPC
I'm coming.
whether they actually built the place.
Yes, where I'm going
And
to.
why are they the preferred
Sir, with due respect, Mr. Chairman, where I'm going to is the issue, why I brought up the issue of those who built or developed. I had the 2017 on, and then this 2019, and all of this. And we understand how pressured this country is with refining products. That this country is pressured to the neck of everybody. I'm sure that even the NNPC officials may not be sleeping well as most of us who should be in the position of authority to answer questions from Nigerians as to what we're going through with refined products in this country. So you can understand why we are this worried. So if we have the gamut of trained engineers, engineers that this nation is spending money on, in NNPC group, in the refineries who are still working, and they are, I believe most of them are adequately qualified. So I do not know what checks you will be doing all the time for this amount of money, that there will be no report from the internal for what needs to be done or what have to be done, whether you have to come in 2017, come in 19 from ground zero, take $1.5 million, come back, take $49 million, and so on. And then the milestone is still troubling us as a nation. This is, you must understand how sentimental and emotional we are getting as a country about this thing. Look at what is happening to diesel. Everywhere at homes, if you sleep in your house, you need to spend almost 25-50 liters of diesel, 30-50,000 a night if you have a big gen. It is a troublesome thing for us, so you can understand why we are this worried as a people. So you have to be patient with all our questions as we are patient with you. So it should worry one. So I'm trying to correlate the capacity we have internally within our own system. Because for us and NNPC, we are the same people. So we have to query, Mr. Chairman, we have to also interrogate our internal capacity, our engineers, and our people that were spending money on, and why we should be calling you to come and dance around our refinery.